Hi, good morning. It's Little Egg Babies. It's Monday morning, and yeah, so we had a very nice weekend. Lots of football, of course. Saturday is always college football, and that's what my family's mostly interested in. But they did watch the Dolphins yesterday, and the Dolphins did win, so everyone was happy around here, and I made a lot of football snacks, and then two of my sons came over yesterday and also my grandson. So I made a lot of tacos and we had tacos. Yeah, that's an easy thing for everybody to fill up on. So I'm here today with Willow. And as you know, she is the Adalyn sculpt by Aleina Peterson. And her artist is Natalia Tsybina. So she's my newest baby, and she is my most different baby. She's very different from any other babies that I've ever had, just because she's got a darker complexion, which I have fallen in love with, and she is got black hair. Yeah. So I've named her Willow because she looks so willowy. I don't know. And as I've said before, her hair is like silk. And Natalie has another baby on eBay. If any of you are interested, I saw it, and if I had the money, I would certainly bid on her. She's a beautiful baby, and gosh, but I don't know. I'll look at her again today. Because I love this artist, and I know that it would be a nice baby to have. Yeah, Jackie Kramer's got another one, but I can't seem to get those babies. Those babies are almost $2,000. So hopefully, when I go out to the doll show next year, I can save up for that and get something. Okay, girl. Well, I took her out of her pajamas, and I'm going to put this little next outfit on her. I think it's a sweet color. It's just kind of a pale. I don't know, almost a pale turquoise with little yellow flowers on it, and then the snaps are pink. And this is, we're in 80 degrees today, so it's very warm here. And that's just what I do with my babies. I tend to, and I'm sure you all do too, dress your babies according to what the weather is in where you live, which is kind of silly because, of course, you're not going to be hot or cold, are you? Unless I leave you in a hot car or something silly like that, and then you melt. But yeah, she's fine. So, anyway, nothing really is going on here. I was trying to before I got on. I'm just feeling so bad still with the hurricane stuff. You know, I've never had flooding here. We don't live in a flood zone. We're back a ways from the ocean. And so I haven't had to worry about flooding. But certainly had a lot of hurricane where there's been in hurricanes where there's been wind and destruction, and that's always been what I've had to deal with. So I don't know what it's like for these people. Oh, it's awful to have. You know, I one time, this is a horrible story, but I'll share it because I've got some horrible stories to share. When my boys were little and running around, and I was running around after them, I always made sure they took a bath every night. I wanted them because, here in Florida, you're outside all the time. You're running around. Those boys, all they wore were underpants, and that's about it, or diapers if they were so little, because it was hot. And look how cute this is. Yeah. You little cute thing. Oh, this is a pretty color on you. So I made sure that they sat in a tub every night because I wanted their bottoms to be clean. So I would always go sit in the tub, bottoms in the tub, and they would have to soap up. There were no showers when they were little. They had to actually, of course, they were in the pool a lot too, so that helped with the chlorine and stuff. But then all their hair, because they were all towheads, all their hair was green from the chlorine. Now we have a saltwater pool, but in those days there wasn't. I don't believe there were saltwater pools. I don't remember hearing about them or seeing them. Or I would have had one, I guess, because the chlorine did make everybody who were blonde, they turned their hair green. Anyway, before dinner I had gone into the bathroom in the back of the house and I had turned the tub on. And then I walked out and went back into the kitchen to finish whatever I was doing there. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if something got my attention. It must have, whatever. I forgot that I was filling the tub. And anyway, I don't know how long. It had to have been at least an hour. I'm just going to tell you, it was one of the big disasters. Every family has a disaster. Well, this was a disaster in our family. One of many, I hate to tell you. Anyway, I started to walk, still not thinking that I had done that or paying attention to it. I walked back through the hall, and as I got into the hall, my feet started sloshing in water. And I was like, what is this? And then I realized, holy mackerel. And I ran back and I had to go through my bedroom, which, and I'm not joking you, had almost a foot of water. And I sloshed through another hallway back to that bathroom, and the tub was just totally overflowing. Just water was just going everywhere. I turned it off and just went into hyper mode, screamed for my husband, who was at the other end where our family room was. I guess he was watching TV. I don't know what he was doing. And anyway, it was a horrendous effort to clean that up. We had to open up the sliding glass doors that were in our bedroom and also the bathrooms and just sweep water out. It ruined the carpeting. We had carpeting then. Now I have tile and wood. I don't fool around with carpeting. And it ruined our drapes. We had beautiful silk drapes in the bedroom, and we had to take those down. I can't tell you. It was hard even taking the rugs, the carpeting out. It was so heavy. And we just worked through the night, my husband and I, pulling all the carpeting out into the patio. We just threw everything out there that was wet. And then somehow we just collapsed into bed late that night. And then the next morning we were able to call people who came and finished the cleanup. But we had to get all that out of there only because we couldn't keep the water there. And by this time it was 8 or 9 o'clock at night. There wasn't anybody to call. So that was a very bad situation. And that was dealing with a lot of flooded water. So I mean, that's nothing compared to what, I'm not comparing it to Florence and what's going on in North Carolina. But, and I've seen pictures of the water all the way up, halfway up to people's houses. And that's just, and that's going to stand that way. At least we were able to get the water out. So we didn't have mildew and other problems because someone came the next day, put big fans in the room. It was taken care of almost immediately. Anyway, back to my angel. My angel, yeah. We don't have that problem anymore. Mommy's not crazy anymore. She doesn't have 4 little babies, 4 little nasty little boys running around the house causing all kinds of trouble. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put these cute little socks on her. They've got, I'm not exactly sure, maybe that's a bear. Got little, I don't know, I just thought these would be cute on her little feet here. Yeah, no, we don't have that anymore, do we? Nope, thank goodness. Oh, that was a difficult time. But, it was certainly all worth it. I have wonderful sons now. Like I said, 2 of them were over here yesterday. And They are, I talk to all of them on a regular basis. And if there's anything that needs to be done, they're right here, helping us. My husband and I. Look at her. Boop. Look at you. Look at you in your little socks. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You are so, so pretty. Yes, you are, girl. Mm-hmm. You're a pretty, pretty girl. Uh-huh. Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. I just love you. We've been holding you and playing with you and talking to you, and you talk right back to me, don't you? Yes, you do. Silly me, playing with dolls. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to think of what else to tell you all. That's about it. I was going to go in swimming yesterday, and then I never did. I put together a screened cage for Taco, our iguana, and put him outside in that, and he was paralyzed. I mean, he just hated it. And of course, Lala spotted him in the cage and then just decided to run around the cage, driving him crazy. So he didn't stay in there long, and then when I put him back in his in-house cage, he hid, and he's still hiding. He's like, you traumatized me out there. So I don't know if I'll put him back there today, but he needs to be outside some too. Okay. That's about all I have to say with little Willow. She says hi. And, yeah. So, I'm trying to think. My phone, I don't know why. My phone's acting up. I can't get on the internet. We've got a bad reception here for some reason. When it gets windy, I think the tree trunks or the tree leaves or something get in the way. I don't really know. Anyway, that's the story of that. All right, guys. You guys have I hope you had a nice weekend, and you guys have a nice week. And I'm going to download this now. I don't see any of my dogs in here. I don't know where Lala is. She grabbed a bunch of cotton at one point and ran out of the room. So she's probably chewing it up. All right, well, be safe, all of you. And remember, love each other. That's the most important thing in life. I'm getting cooler. It is hot in this room. And take care of yourself, for heaven's sakes. I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm on a special diet, which isn't fun because I like to eat junk food. Okay. I'll see you all soon, I hope. Bye.